Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the FIU Panthers, just outside of Miami and Pitbull Stadium, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Florida International Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Fielded in the end zone, it's Dawkins. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the FIU Panthers offense will have the opening possession of the game. And Jesse, in this age of transfers, quarterbacks are the hottest commodities. We've seen this guy, but now different uniform, different surroundings. It's his job to get everybody going in the same direction.
Well, he just has to take command of this offense early. And listen, we've seen in recent years transfer quarterback.
There he goes. Inside the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, FIU. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Auburn's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. This guy has all of the battle scars. He's got all of the trust of this team, David, as he has been their leader, their warhorse throughout his career.
Yeah, and we've seen him. He's been very productive. He's proven his worth in college football, but now he's taking his talents to a new team. And now he's got to show them what he's about. Great opportunity to start it off. Can he be the guy? Can he be the catalyst that takes this team to the next level?
He really is a guy you root for, too, I think, because he's waited his turn. He's found the right opportunity in the right situation. This is a guy everybody in the locker room absolutely loves. He has the ability to galvanize them and an opportunity to galvanize this fan base early in the season with a big game here right out of the gate.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And this offense comes up first down, tries to run the football, no answer. Second down, they go for the pass, they give up the sack. This defense on point early in the football game with two great plays.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Florida International offense is back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Good job running top and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. He's piled up 87 yards rushing in this game. What a way to start the new season. Leaves it with the running back. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Brooks. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Let's take a minute to look at Florida International. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize, so you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Fires deep toward the end zone.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to go with the football.
Got it in the middle. It's Dickens. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers.
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
Looking for blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped up to 17. So here comes the Auburn offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. He'll start this drive going to the air. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Let's talk for a second about Auburn. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looks it in at the 40. He's got great speed. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Grabbed in the middle. It's McClung. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain. FIU pushing tempo. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's McClung. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And that's another FIU.
He's looking to throw. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Panthers! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field, or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
I know it's early in this game, but, man, this defense has had their number. They've done a great job, already built a huge lead, now getting this offense in a situation where they got to pass the football, and they better protect their quarterback better than they are right now.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Blasted as he lets it go. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. He wastes no time and comes out throwing quickly to the tight end. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle. It's McClung. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the game, and they move the sticks. Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback now on the run. Still looking. And the pass falls incomplete, and we are through 1 quarter. We've reached the break. It's FIU with the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Give to the running back. Got it inside the 15. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal line.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown.
The Panthers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They're working that left side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They lost ground on 1st down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. Got his man. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The pressure ramps up on 3rd and goal. Easy. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Touchdown, Florida International. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
Not a chance he lets that one go. He's bringing it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. To the air on 1st down. And they're not on the same page there.
It has been tough sledding for this quarterback here early in the game. He's 0 for 5 right now. I give the defense tons of credit. It's not just good coverage in the back end, and it's not just a good pass rush. They're doing a nice job mixing up their looks, coverage-wise. This quarterback looks confused, and that's a big reason why, guys, this offense has not scored a single point so far.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to...
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Quick strike complete. Knocked off his feet.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in the pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. This offense has been... sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Going for it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Gonna look downfield again. This time he's got it. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And for DBs out there trying to stop these short slant routes against man coverage, being physical is really key. You want to get your hands on the wide receiver and really try to disrupt that timing between the QB and his target.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Baldridge. Touchdown, Tigers! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Alabama looks like a legit title contender right now, which they kind of do every year, but man, this offense is rolling. They're up by 17 over Arizona. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Here's the handoff. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. FIU pushing tempo.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Right on the money. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The analytics nerds will tell you that a 4-yard pickup on 1st down is a successful play. Let's see what they have on 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Dickens. At the 35, he's loose. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
And that's another FIU.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Pocket breaking down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. Never a doubt. And that lead grows even bigger. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. On the run, it's Baldridge. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Auburn sends out the punting unit. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting.
And the Panthers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Working that left side now. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And that's another FIU.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's a heat. He's got his man, makes the grab. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Finds a spot in the middle. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker. Touchdown, FIU! Fit it in the window for the score.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
38, Auburn, 7.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So here comes the Auburn offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
They're dealing with a second and long.
Here we go.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Got the first down and still on his feet. They finally rustle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
Wants to go up top on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Here's the pressure. And they get him down for the sack, and they'll go to the locker room feeling good about their pass rush. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Almost certainly time for just one more play, so why not give it a go on 4th down? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in Miami. And the standout player on the defensive side of the ball has been that boogeyman back there at safety. They try to run it, he's filling the holes. They try to throw it, he's either picking them off or trying to take dudes' heads off. Good luck making adjustments.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense got it. They're on the run. Touchdown, Panthers. Now this defense taking one back to the house.
What a nice job by the defense. Not only getting the football out, the awareness to scoop it up. I got space, get up the field, a little caravan to the end zone, making the big play. And this offense in game one, man, not only do you give up the turnover, you give up a touchdown, and you haven't scored that many points. They got to get it together.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coach.
They get enough rush, and it pays. The sack at the 20.
But we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Florida International offense is back on the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
The Panthers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Handoff from the gun. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the grab on the left. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Finds his man. It's Dickens. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Rush is on him. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Panthers are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. They've got the screen set up. Turning it on. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's McClung. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers!
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop it.
So here comes the Auburn offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job, man. You got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Auburn sends out the punting unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got his man in the middle. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
And it's on 3rd downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll run it in the red zone. It's McClung. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. The Panthers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun to give to the back. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback making checks. To the air on 2nd down. Touchdown, Florida International. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Game 1, you want to come out, put drives like that together, score a bunch of points, and especially at home. Give your home crowd something to get excited about. They have today. They've been jacked up, and they're going to go 1-0.
He'll bring it out. It's Cherry. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. To the air on 1st down. Got his man quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Guys, let's chat a little big picture Auburn. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the wideout. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the 1st down. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Shoots it to the left. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw again. He'll take a shot. It is incomplete, and he almost had himself an interception in the end zone. It'll be 4th down.
No big surprise there, right? You're throwing to a guy that already has 3 touchdown catches in the game, so take another shot. Every time he has looked his way, good things have happened, and that's one of the very few times in this game so far where they have not been able to hook up.
Complete on the comeback. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. FIU set up with another 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Release to the back. Caught over the middle. It's McCrum. Touchdown, FIU! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long, or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
He'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
And the defense is doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping 2 hands on the football, and the defense able to knock it loose.
They are so close to a score, they can smell it on the first play of the drive. 1st and goal. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. FIU pushing tempo. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Buys a little time. Lets it fly. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
He wants it all. Touchdown, Panthers. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So here comes the Auburn offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with...
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Panthers. The defense putting points on the board.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the fourth quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that left. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, and he's able to get the ball back, but he does lose yardage on the play.
Well, the running back really lucky. He jumped on his own fumble right there, and he's going to have to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure on the ball and with ball security, because you put it on the ground, you find yourself on the sideline in this offense.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens, and they get out of sync, and they don't make big plays. But, man, you're in a huge deficit. You need big plays down the field, so somebody's got to make a play for their quarterback.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw. They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
Looking to throw on first down. He's got his man across the middle. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Cole. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard to see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football.
And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. right down the boulevard. It's good. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, Mountain West teams colliding in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. La Tech delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in CUSA. Trust me when I say the party is on in Ruston. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in the Mountain West, and that certainly held true again today.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Bring in the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator.
Going to take a shot at this DB. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Unloads to the wideout. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
On the run, fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
That great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out